weight is not a good predictor of health. We can talk about health, and I think it is important, but I don't think weight is a good proxy to do that.
The destruction of this scale is dedicated to all of the women whose lives have been ruined and ruled by it.
If people want to lose weight because they think they're going to be better human beings or happier or healthier, you know, everything's going to be amazing because they fit into a size 10, 12 dress, then that can be problematic.
I'm fat, but I eat healthy. I'm fat, but I'm not lazy. I'm fat, but I'm a runner.
If I don't have diabetes now, I will.
You know, being obese, being fat, being overweight has become the new normal. I really believe for fat people, the solution is their own hands. They don't need to put so much into their faces. So take that, fat bastards.
You're gaining for a reason that you feel like to prove society wrong.
Yes.
Which you're wrong.
I'm trying to put on full stone to prove society if you stop eating and move more, you will lose weight.
And that ain't true.
So she set out to prove it.
What we have in front of us is what I'll be eating from now on in order to put on 4 stone in 3 months.
Katie went from 125 pounds to 167 pounds in 3 months by eating and doing nothing.
All right, Katie, so your final weight is just under 12 stone. So you've put on
3 stone and a bit.
That's right.
In the special, Katie takes the weight off again, cutting back to 1,500 calories a day and exercising. She made her campaign public, but it didn't make her popular.
And I think I'm right to carry on sort of bruising my way through on this issue because I think there's so many people willing to tiptoe around it.
Do you think overweight people are just lazy?
I do think overweight people are lazy. The hardest thing to do is to stand in front of the mirror, say that you have got the problem, you've caused the problem, there's no excuses, and you're the only person that can do something about it.
I kept waiting in the specials for you to address other issues, Katie, such as, you know, thyroid problems, medical issues, genetic predispositions, socioeconomic status, you know, income, education, and none of that was mentioned.
What you did right there is what everybody does, and it's what I won't stand for, and what I don't think America should tolerate anymore either. And that's a whole list of excuses as to why it's not your problem. Well, learn this and learn it well. It is your problem.
Like I don't fuck with you, bitch. I got no feelings to go. I swear I had it up to here. I got no ceilings to go. I mean for real. Fuck how you feel.
Loving the mood. Now, tonight on the TLC channel at 9 o'clock tonight, Whitney has got a new series called My Big Fat Fabulous Life. Okay, so you're still dancing.
Yes.
Yes, and a lot of people maybe say, who are you kidding, really? You're dancing here, but really this is not the sort of advert that we should be having.
I think that's interesting because my life isn't an advertisement for anything. I don't have a hidden agenda. I'm just living my life the way that I see fit, and fat people so often offend others in society, and I find that it's one of the last socially acceptable prejudices.
I absolutely agree with you on that one, but what about people who are concerned about you? I mean, there might be people concerned you're going to keel over and die because maybe your body, your heart won't be able to sustain all the enthusiasm that you have.
That's true. I do have a lot of enthusiasm. I think that the concern for health is often a mask to discriminate or to be cruel to fat people. I think there are actually very few people in my life who care and love me enough to be genuinely concerned about my health. And as far as my health goes, I would like to break some stereotypes about fat people, because even at 380 pounds, I'm certainly not naive to the health risks that may come if I stay this weight. But I have no major health problems. I've never even had high blood pressure.
Yet, Whitney.
Right, yet.
Exactly. And I do have to say, I advocate you. I am overweight. I am constantly lampooned for being overweight, but I do speak to you from concern. You're doing your ankles no good, your knees no good, your hips no good, your heart probably very no good. So, I mean, I do think there is concern. People would look at you and say, oh, are you sure?
Where does
your sense of personal accountability? You know that your struggle is more difficult. Shouldn't that make you work that much harder? But isn't it more inspirational to watch somebody be up against the odds and their odds are stacked against them? Yeah, the odds are stacked against you. I'm sorry, but that's life.
Well, see, but
put your head down, work.
Right now, the hardest thing for me to do is not to lose weight. The hardest thing for me to do is be comfortable in my skin, in the face of people like you every day. That's the hardest thing I've ever done.
I don't think you're being 100% honest. Like, are you surrounded with people who are like-minded and agree with you and support you?
I mean, yeah, but when you look at the big population, it's the way that it is.
My thing is, if I were to surround myself with people who are like, oh, well, Karen has a problem, but let's just let her do what she wants to do, and we'll all get on board and watch her drink and fall on her face, and then why wouldn't I continue on that path, you know? What would ever make me want to change? Isn't it important to, like, maybe surround yourself with people who don't always agree with you all the time?
Attitudes like this is exactly what kept me in a darkened apartment, ordering pizza because I didn't want to go out into the world because people treated me so bad. Now I exercise every day.
Maybe if you had tackled it head on and like done the best you could be and presented your best self, you would feel more confident.
No, because I told you I lost. Quit doing this hypothetical. I lost 100 pounds. I already did it. Your hypothetical thing means nothing to me. I did it.
You're not there now.
It doesn't matter because
like maybe that's why you're yelling at me because you're cranky and hungry.
Feelings
triggered.
Nothing more than feeling.
Why does life sometimes feel so wrong? Like running in circles and you don't belong. I always knew that this day would come. It's time to break free, meet me on the run. But what am I really running from? And I look up to the open sky, hopes in my heart, dreams in my eyes. Will I ever make it right this time? And all I can do, and all I can do is try.
All these people out there today that want to promote this positive body love image movement. Let me explain something to you real quick. When you want to dance around in your skin tight leotards with your fat rolls hanging out and saying you should love me for my personality, not my body, and you're promoting laziness and eating unhealthy and doing this, that, and the other and giving little care or concern to your body, let me tell you something. Let me accuse you of one thing here. You will not be there by the bedsides of the people that are currently dying from heart disease, which is the leading killer in the United States right now. You will not be the one paying the damn hospital bills. But you can stand there at their bedside and, you know, pet them as they're dying and say, well, you know what? At least people love you for your personality. Let me tell you something about self-respect. If you've got self-respect, you respect yourself enough to take care of the only body you've got. And suddenly, all of a sudden, everyone in this world has got a damn excuse why they can't be healthy. You sit there and say, what's your reason for being overweight? Oh, well, and then the excuses start coming out when so many of you know damn good and well, deep down, you have no excuse. You need to stop this cotton picking, whining, this crying all the damn time, and get up and do something about it. You think somebody's going to sit there and say, hey, it's okay, go ahead and eat yourself to death, that actually cares about you? The people that don't care about you are going to pat you on the back and say, go right ahead, go down that road that's going to lead to freaking high blood pressure, high cholesterol, getting a limb cut off, doing this, that, and the other. You go right ahead and enable that, and I will sit here, and I don't give a fuck what society thinks. I will combat you day and night. And the biggest thing I see getting in the way is your fucking feelings. You want to sit there and bitch, whine, and cry about your goddamn feelings all the time. Oh, well, he hurt my feelings. Fuck your feelings. I'll tell you what you need to hear, not what you want. We've got a society of politically correct bitches out there that want to sit there and preach this is what they want to hear, give it to them, rather than this is what they need to save their fucking life. But you don't understand that. You're not willing to stand up and preach out against these people out there that promote this bullshit movement. I'm all for people that are overweight, doing something for themselves. I'll give them all the help I can. Good for them. It's not the fact that they're obese why I don't agree with them. It's the fact they're making an excuse and not doing anything about it, and then trying to justify it and get other people to follow along their footsteps. Fuck that. You sit there and explain to those children that are being brought up in the same fashion why they're facing a lifetime of medical conditions because your fucking lazy ass didn't have the ability, didn't have the drive and the motivation to get up and do something for them, to teach them the right way, to take it upon yourself to educate yourself. Google, the internet, it's a hell of a tool. You can learn so much out there, but you choose not to. Where there's a will, there's a way. When you've got air in your lungs, then you have no excuse. It's just a matter of perspective. You're either going to be a fucking sheep, or you're going to be a lion. You're going to be an attacker and a go-getter. But if you want to sit there and cry, bitch, and moan and whine all the fucking time while you can't, then you sit your ass on that bench with the losers, and you stay there, and you eat yourself to death. But don't expect me to turn around and pat you on the back and say, hey, good job for being a fucking quitter. Get up and do something about it. Sick and tired of all these damn excuses. Well, fuck your feelings. Oh!